Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. I am, as always, your host, Bernie Sanders. How you doing? That's it. That's the host today. That's the end of it. I'm not doing too well. Hope you're hanging in there out there whenever you're watching this one. For me, it's 2:55 a.m. I'm not really sure why, but I'm very tired today. So, like I've been, I felt myself getting more and more tired in the last hour or so. So I fired up the recording as once I really started to feel it. Hopefully I'll be all right. I'm sure we'll make it, but you know, how you doing? I have not done too much exciting today. I've been slowly but surely picking up editing. Editing itself isn't hard. It's the act of like taking a 30-minute clip of me playing something and going, "Yes, these are the parts that are funny. This is what I should be taking and putting into a video." But I'm working on it. It'll be a learning process. If I ever get something, you'll know. It'll get uploaded. Other than that, not a lot. Did the tier list. We got a tier list coming later today. Cranberry Dusk and I put together a tier list for the Stygian combos. And that's about it. I think that's about it, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you a question now. Today's question I have prepared for you. It's a question of timeliness, I guess, but you can answer this whenever you're hearing this, of course. But depending on when you are, the answer will probably change. What are you excited about? Anything you're excited about coming up? I thought about this one a little bit. I was like, yo, this is a good question to ask. And I think the answer for me right now is Darkest Dungeon 2. That's the thing that I am looking forward to the most right now. Not much else, I guess. I guess I'm looking forward to my semester being done and having a week of just doing nothing. No school to do, so we just play video games, but you know, less so that, because then that means the next semester is starting sooner. And next semester is gonna be a lot. It's a 5-class semester, so big workload coming up. But I'm sure we'll be alright. Anyway, let me know. And let's begin, shall we? I think so. Shorter intro today, but I have less to tell you. I think you can gauge how long the intros are based on how tired I am when the episode starts. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Exile Wurmkin, Default Stygian, Explosive Sigil, Daedalus, Spell Shield Fell, Chase Seraph, Proclamation, Ice Tornado, Revenge of the Darned. Good starters, very good starting cards. Stygian's a good combo for Wurmkin, of course, and these are pretty good cards. They're all very high impact cards. Notice Stone? Yeah, sure. Big magic power in a deck like this, I'm down. Even if I don't really want to take Icicle Fracture. I can't really imagine a unit that I would want to play with it. So, here we go. I have no consumes for Repeater. At the same time, I have no consumes for Shellsmith. I'll play Repeater. I think I'll play Repeater here. Yeah. I don't know. I have no consumes either way, and Shellsmith's kind of boring, so I want to play Repeater. We're playing safe because we're weak, but we're actually pretty strong because we have good starting spells. It's an interesting situation. You want one of two things in terms of starting deck. Or rather, starting cards, I guess. I like either low impact starting cards like the 0-cost spells, because those open you up to just using the 0-cost spells for whatever. And they're not that big of a deal if they're bad. And then also having high impact cards like Ice Tornado is good, because Ice Tornado is going to not trivialize, but make this combat much easier. Just by virtue of existing. And we play Echo Break. And then if I do Resonance Proclamation, I can play Ice Tornado on each of the next 2 turns. Boss will die. Easy peasy. Very nice. Good first combat. No trial, but it was not a trial worth taking, so nothing to worry about. And we'll see what we see. Ideally, best case, we see Shelter. Okay. This is not the best case, but I will click a consume spell here for Repeater. Bounding Echoes is fine. It's not great. It's fine. The default Stygian? Interesting one here. We have a deck where Crypt Builder is kind of outclassed. We have 2 Ice Tornadoes, 2 Proclamations. I don't need Crypt Builder. I don't want Titan's Gratitude because I have Ice Tornado. And do I really want a 3rd Ice Tornado? Not particularly. I'm skipping my Stygian card. I feel like there's a whole lot of situations where I skip a Stygian clan pack, but here's one of them. I do want to see the Stygian banner, but I don't feel like it's right. No Steel Shop for a while. I should look at what the Wurmkin banner is. So, Kinhost Vessel with Endless in the shop. I'm interested to play it again. Kinhost Vessel is particularly weaker right now, but let's give this a shot. Let's try something like Endless plus 25 Kinhost Vessel. This is one of those things that I'm pretty sure is good. If we get to a point where our deck is pumping out consistently 8 echoes, we get a lot of value out of this. So, I don't know. I want to try it. I think it's a lot easier to swing with Bogflies, but Kinhost Vessel is much tankier. I gave the plus 25 right away because that lets me put him in front of Echo Right a little more comfortably. Yeah, we'll kind of just see. We do have the holdover, not holdover, but repeater bounding echoes. Also just threw that collector away for what? Great question. Not taking that collector there means that I'm afraid that I'm going to die if I don't hatch this egg, which I'm a little afraid, yeah. Not super afraid, but... because I'm pretty sure we hatched the egg pretty easily. Yeah, I could have gotten that collector. It's not going to make a huge difference, but it's careless. I didn't need to proclamation that. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. But it's okay. Again, we're chilling on this front. Egg hatch. And 70 damage proclamation's pretty good too. Yeah, we get this out. It's a 30 times 2 with 55 HP. And then we get another Host Vessel as well. Just kind of playing things out to see how it looks right now. Three echoes, not bad. Obviously, if we see there's a specific relic we could see, if we see Bog Slime, we're going nuts. Infused Hosting Kin is kind of nice, but we just use Repeater to infuse Shelter. There's no way it's not Shelter here. Shelter very good. I'll click the purple offering token. Card's fine. Purple. So I don't need to duplicate. I'll go left and we'll look at relics. There's so many specific relics that just go nuts here. Yeah, Encased Divinity is pretty good actually. A +5 does double Echo Right's HP right now. And +5 to Kinhost Vessel. Does it double dip? I don't think it would double dip, would it? How do you think this works? So, Kinhost Pupa is a 30-10. So it's a 30-35 with the +25. Do you think that if I take the +5 HP, so the vessel itself is a 0-31 then? Would the Pupa double dip? Would it come out as a 41 or 46 health unit? I don't think this changes much, but it's an interesting thought. Take the Encased Divinity now. Just an interesting thought. Oh, Wingmaker? I love Wingmaker. This card is nuts. Extremely good. Yeah, it's good here. There's no reason I wouldn't want to keep enemies alive. And we also get Heft, which I can do probably nothing with, but no. She's here. Oh, and a +10 piercing? Beautiful. How lovely. Give that holdover, that card slaps. 32 damage piercing to the whole floor. That card's busted. I love Wingmaker. Oh, quick. It's been a while since I've done one of these. 9 minutes, 45 seconds in. Just do a quick check. I am not muted and the recording is started. I've been having a lot of I've been having a lot of moments of getting 10 minutes into a video and going, oh fuck, did I start the recording? I always have. I've never not started the recording, but it keeps happening to me. This is an interesting position here, by the way, because it's a little better to play bottom floor because I guess I don't actually, no, I don't get anything because this Revenge of the Damned has extract 1. Never mind. It's really bad to play bottom floor. I don't need the space for anything either. So yeah, good thing I didn't do that, because that would have been real silly. Yeah, I feel very good about my ability to make enough purple for Kinho's Vessel to get hatched a few extra times. I actually feel great about it as I look at it now. And I'm not playing Bounding Echoes because I want to be playing Shelter right now. This thing hatches. We can get a little value on residual echoes. I do want to play Shelter. Misplay, I should have proclamated. I guess I can still proclamation now, actually. Yeah, not misplay, this isn't infused. If it were infused, that would be a misplay. However, no infusion, no misplay. Right now, Echo Right is effectively giving us one extra draw in Shelter every turn, which is good. Echo Break does 7. This does 30 times 2, and then Echo Right does. So I need to hit this enemy down to 30, which I could do, but I have to give up Shelter to do so, right? If I play Echo Break, I hit this enemy down to 30, I take 0. It's definitely correct. Letting go of Shelter here is worth. It's not like we need to hatch this egg to win. We are absolutely fine in this position. That's a misplay, though. I need to make sure I play my extracts first, just in case Divinity. I would be +1 here, I'm pretty sure. That's okay, though. Like, we are hatching 2 Kinho's pupas. If I take space, I don't get anything. I have to be putting the eggs on a different floor. I think the idea is once I get 2 eggs down, I move on to a different floor, more or less. And we repeat the process. Daedalus. Smack, smack, smack. Alright. I don't know. I don't actually know if this is good. I feel like it's good, right? It seems like it should be good, but I'm not 100%. Accelerated incubation is interesting. Not particularly good. Actually, wait. If I bring this back with repeater every turn, as 3 shell, I could just speed hatch with this. Deep Offering is also interesting with repeater. It's infused, draw 5. I'm gonna go accelerated incubation. I thought about it a little more. I'm more interested than I thought. Ooh, Glareminder Essence on the eggs is kind of good. Etch apply Reap 2 to everything. I mean, Etch +5 is what I'm going to do, of course, but Glareminder is kind of cool there. Kinho's Carapace. Actually, not the worst idea also, but definitely going for the etch effect. And because we have Echo Right etching for us, or repeating for us, I feel like energy first, probably draw after. And I don't need to go right for anything. Let me look ahead a little bit. I could go Magic Shop. I could go right for the Vortex, though. I'm not really... I'm looking for Holdover is all. Holdover really is it. Interesting position. There is no Stygian banner unit they could show me here. Even Hot Shark is not that good because I have the plan of Wingmaker. So I lean a little bit towards going left. Money, Pyre Health, but removals are nice too. I'm gonna go Money, Pyre Health here. If we see Holdover, it's great. We're going all the way on repeater here. Reform 2 consumes is great. And I'll do it now. I think it's pretty important for this endless egg line to have some sort of scaling plan like this. The cool thing is if I lose one of the pupas, it's fine, right? I can just bring it back and replay it and hatch it real quick. Go ahead and make Shelter free. That does seem correct. Could make it a double stack. I actually should have Value Stone double stacked it, huh? That would have been a little better. Going to 45 for that's probably worth. Oh well. Armor 4. I mean, it's probably worth it still for 1 energy. This card is very good. I should have value stoned it, but that's okay. I was thinking in terms of pack shards and I didn't need to do that. Okay, let's go. Could buy a removal here, but I think we're fine. Hey, not haste combat. Good news. Heaven's Seal. I think there's a chance that an enemy goes up. As much as I would like to take an artifact, I think there's a chance this first enemy walks on me, so let's not do it. Okay. Looking good so far. More draw is better on like more draw is better, but it gets a little worse once I once I get rid of these train stewards for sure. It's a little worse. Dude, let's make the smart play here and kill the 9-2. And then it's probably better. Don't forget that Echo Right is 75 damage. That's a lot. Infusing accelerated incubation here is also pretty good. I wonder if I should duplicate the egg with the accelerated incubation as it is. Worth a thought at least. Because this super speeds our hatching. Hatch so quickly on this. Yeah, look at that. It's already done. The next one is hatch. Especially if it gets infused like this, it's fast. Now, it is interesting that I start to lose value if I try to put Kinho's pupas on different floors, but I think I am down to try it nonetheless. Actually, it just dies. Hold on. I lose value because I'm not playing consume stuff here, but realistically, these two are fine. They're not gaining anything if I'm doing it this way. If I play my Proclamation Frozen Lance up here, these guys don't get anything for it. However, sadly, this egg does get bodied. So, I guess I'll fill it out. We are fine right now, of course. There is nothing really to be afraid of, as far as I can tell. Crack in the head is better than dead. Agree. Did I do this? Why not? There is an answer to why not, but I'm not listening. I'm making another one, damn it. You can't stop me. 112. 228. Pretty close to killing him. There you go. Doesn't even make it to the top floor. Look at that value. Great job, buddy. Now I can't even potentially end my turn with a curse in hand. Remove the possibility. I already have a better version of Ancient Resonance right now. Soul Siphon I could play, but I don't feel like I need to. I think I'm chilling. Feel pretty good about our options here. I do like Deep Offering though. With Consume, we get to do some pretty good stuff with it. F4 energy as well, it's infused. I'm gonna click it. I was pretty close to picking it last time. I am going to want to make it cost less. Hold over, that's good. Of course, option A, Train Steward goes away. I'm excited for this Endless Egg run now. I've been feeling like it's probably better. Or not better, but good. I think it's weird to do with Bogflies, but with Kinho's Pupa, I think it's pretty cool. Serrated Mandibles, I am interested. Dawn Echo, I don't think we need more infusion options. I think I'm happy where we are right now. Go ahead and grab that holdover Wingmaker action. I'm gonna buy a -1 for Deep Offering, and I think I'm going to buy 2 removals here with the rest of my money. This does take me to 0, but it makes our deck quite a bit stronger. Getting rid of all the Train Stewards. The alternative there is reroll by another cost down for Deep Offering, but not as interested. Now, Armor 15. I think there's enough good hits for me that we should be fine to take this. Like, if we pull the Wingmaker, this combat's no problem. All of the waves die for free if we pull Wingmaker. And if we pull a Consume card turn 1, it's a lot better, which is what we do see here. Hatch this egg turn 2 pretty comfortably. Yeah, extremely comfortably. I will get the collector though. Need to play Frozen Lance Echo Break for that. Acceptable. Kind of surprising I did. So I would have hatched the egg comfortably, but I did not. I got the collector instead. And that's a bit of a scary thing right there. But hitting Deep Offering early like that actually makes life very easy. Oh, check this out. Wait a minute. We can play Accelerated Incubation. Oh, first of all, Wingmaker. Didn't even think about this. Wingmaker lets me play more of these eggs on the floor. That's thing one that I didn't think about. But thing two I didn't think about is Deep Offering lets me hatch the egg and then replay it. Same turn. Pretty cool. Yeah. Picking which two spells I want to be looping is going to be the hardest part of this run. For my Echo Right. Like, which two spells do I want Echo Right to be returning? That's the hardest part of this run right now. We are getting very good amounts of value here. Very, very good amount. Great things are happening on this run. Didn't even put it together. That is not as sharp as I would like to be here. That is thanks to the fact that I am very tired for some reason. What's the Kinstone Totem would be real good here, wouldn't it? Be happy to see a Kinstone Totem. This card still costs 1. Make sure I remember to play it. Look at that space. And the thing is, this is a lot of space, but I don't need to get this much space on future combats. I'm gonna not play Wingmaker because killing the Sycophant is worse. Go ahead and catch up. These boys are pretty good. They're not crazy yet, but they get a lot crazier when we pick up and play 2 consume spells. When we get to repeater 3, it gets a lot better. And yeah, you can see the egg is ending. Oh, it's endless, right? So it's in my deck still? No. Where's the egg? Oh, it's on the field, sorry. And egg is at 40, so I'm not losing much value between Kinhost Pupas. Which is good as well. This is cool. This run's really neat. And it's different. Usually I would not do something like this. I'm happy to click Return Soul, although turning anything, I want to curate my consumes, so never mind, this card's dead to me. Not here. Drain with Infusion. It's good to help keep Echo Right alive, and that is something that I need to think about if I'm playing top 4, which I don't really need to play top 4. This deck has a quick setup time and space isn't much of a concern. I do the same thing on 5 spaces for... Yeah, actually I can just play mid-floor. However, still kind of want to pick up Drain. Counter synergy with a few different cards in the deck though, so that's why I'm resistant to it. I could just slap a Guardian Stone on the floor too. Nah, I'm gonna skip this. I don't think I need to take anything else. Do I want to bring Hef? I don't think I want to bring Hef. 50-50 with Trample, but for what purpose would I bring her? I don't need her. Goodbye, Hef. I never pick her. I don't think she's that good. Left here feels fine. Removal. Again, there's a few trinkets we can hit that are absolutely out of this world. I feel good about removing 1 Proclamation here. 1 Proclamation. Then we go through the Frozen Lances. Maybe Ice Tornado actually as well. Baruska's great. Yeah, feel bad about removing that Proclamation immediately. Ardental is excellent. Yeah, that's real fun. Trader's Quill is also real fun though. I don't necessarily need Hardental, but it is very fun. We power out a bunch more. Here's the situation. I think Trader's Quill is marginally better. However, my relics follow a bit of a color scheme here. We have a very red, purplish color scheme, and Trader's Quill doesn't fit into the color scheme. So I'm gonna pick Hardental for the color scheme synergy here. Yeah, really. I have 50. If I can take this 10. It's fine. More money's good. Fell shield fell. I'm super low in my chair. Sorry, I didn't even realize I got so low. Hopefully that didn't affect the audio quality for the last like 5 minutes. The best option we could pick up here is Intrinsic. That is what I would like to see on this run right now. If I don't see Intrinsic, it is still probably fine, but it's not even necessarily the best. It would just be cool to have Intrinsic so that I could be playing Deep Offering turn 1 every time. Because that was very good. Let us cycle the deck extremely quickly. The Shelter is also less good, as I'm sure you're noticing, because the eggs eat all of our echoes. Oh, please. Yeah, we get to do the thing. We get to hatch the egg and then insta-replay. That's cool. Infused Proclamation is free, right? It is actually, it's +1 energy, even better than free. Because we have Karuska as well. Oh, I haven't played Wingmaker yet. That makes sense, yeah. I was like, huh, wait a minute. I haven't played Wingmaker yet. So I can go ahead and put this on the mid floor. Let it sit there and die real quick. It dies, right? It's hard to kill. Maybe it might be easier just to hatch it. Keep playing Wingmaker top, of course, yeah, but if I pull Accelerated Incubation, it's easier just to hatch it and bring it back like that. That is better. Last combat I was a little spoiled on floor size because it was Sycophants of Seraph, and I'm not going to be playing Shelter. As cool as it is, I don't need it here right now. I'll be rotating through Deep Offering most likely, but for now, this is better. I can just play Deep Offering. I shouldn't drop Wingmaker there, actually. Not the greatest idea. It doesn't really matter that much. There's only... there's this enemy. Cool Marksman's kind of scary. Here. I will fix my mistake by killing the enemy that scares me. Just in case I don't redraw it, right? That was a lazy play. I should have played Wingmaker first, thought about it a little more. But I didn't. It doesn't hurt that much. Actually, it barely hurts at all. Yeah, we got eggs everywhere too. And the Notice Stone is doing pretty well as well. We're getting +8, +9 magic power in these combats. It's not bad. Said that like I was getting +8 and +9. That is incorrect. That's not what I'm trying to say there. Hopefully you get the meaning of my words. +9. It's like, it counts. I feel like I said +8, +9, and that comes across like I'm trying to say stat lines, like +8 attack, +9 health, but that's not what I'm trying to say here. Anyway, fell. So he gets to, unlike prior bosses, she does get to make it to the top floor, which is great news for her. See if we can save that boy up front. Hell yeah, we can. Crushed. Gifts for a guard is cool if I'm trying to power out a bunch of consumes. I don't think I'm trying to do that, though. This is not... I think this is a curate the setup. Because it lets us... If we curate it, we get accelerated incubation, and accelerated incubation lets us hatch the eggs significantly faster. Unearthed Remains is pretty cool too, but I don't need it. I don't think I need Kinstone either. I don't feel like I want to add much to this deck right now. Nothing really helps. You know? Big draw. Nothing makes the deck stronger. I think the deck is stronger by becoming less cards right now. That's what we're going to do. And we can get rid of Frozen Lance. I'm gonna cut one of the Ice Tornadoes. I'll keep the other. Like, one Ice Tornado, one Proclamation is fine. No Intrinsic. That's okay. I skip one of the 10s. I take both 15s and one 10 is the plan here. So, Extreme Stone Proclamation is good. Extreme Stone Revenge is actually really strong. Yeah. 70 damage, and if it slays, it It's targeted 70, and if it slays, it gives 2 echoes, which is very good. I like that. It's twice also. And then we take 25 at the next one. Ah, another plus 25 for the pupa. Why not? Could also take Petrified Heart. There is no healing in these combos, but actually Petrified Heart's better, right? It gives Echo Right 10 more health. Yeah. I am ignoring the fact that Echo Right is probably dying pretty quickly on the Divinity right now. But 35 health is enough for 4 or 5 rounds. We set up pretty comfortably. Yeah, of course. I thought about the other option there. Martial Art's interesting. It's a pick. I think it gets in the way too much though. If it gave me a Kinhost Pupa, I'd give you a maybe. Anyway. Deep Offering goes to 0 cost here. Plus 20 consume, bad. Remove consume, also bad. Permafrost, -1. -1 Revenge of the Damned is okay. I'd rather remove, but if I'm gonna remove, I can wait. We can save our money. That's fine. This combat is scary. It becomes less scary once we draw Hammer. I do want to disrespect, but if the first Gilded Wings is infused, I get kinda slapped around for this. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not afraid. I'm very afraid, but I'm doing it. No enemies are infused in first round, and we drew the perfect opening hand. This is exactly what I would want on turn 1. Accelerated Incubation into Deep Offering. How lovely. And we may as well overstack. Usually it's not going to make a difference, but this time we get to leave 4 by overstacking on Echoes. Usually you don't get much out of it, but this time we do. Do I want the space or do I want the revenge? The space doesn't make a big difference, right? I'll just play Wingmaker, it's fine. I don't need to be trying to big brain this one so much. I think we are in a pretty good position right now. We're playing Shelter. I don't need to play Deep Offering right now. I drew the cards that I wanted, so I can just go. Bounding Echoes 1 time. It goes down. Bounding Echoes you only have to play once. We may as well stack up the armor. I guess Shelter is my survival plan, really. I'm kind of ignoring it as a survival plan, but I can play Accelerated Incubation Shelter. If I draw like I drew last, or if I draw like I drew this combat, on future combats, we're gonna crush. Like, it's so free. With Deep Offering to cycle into everything else, it's so strong. If not, I still think we're going to crush. We are generating so many echoes. It's very disgusting. And getting a lot of consumes as well. I should have the egg tank. My mistake. No, I couldn't have the egg tank. I needed to kill those for space. Never mind. I think I've gotten to this point where every time I do something, I instantly assume what I did was the incorrect option. I was right. Like, here, I'm right to play Wingmaker first. I can't play the egg otherwise. It's fine. What a beautiful floor. I'm glad that I played this line. I'm glad that I picked Accelerated Incubation too. These are things that I normally wouldn't do. So I'm glad to do something a little different and see good success for it. I'm gonna go to Super Ultra for the rest of this run. I'm tired, and also there's a lot of animations playing when I play 2 cards right now. 49 twice, what a card. I am just ending turn here, if you can't tell. And not really, just ending turn. I'm not playing as optimally as I could, though. I'm just throwing down the spells. I think my floor of 100 times 2, this is like 1200 damage here. Save the boy. Wow, it took 16 reap from Kinhost Pupa. Now that's not something you see every day. Company of the Soul does very little. Forgotten Trade does very little. Ambient Charge. Gross. Could take Unnamed Tome. I think this is a situation where it's bad. Could Take Frenzied Swarm. Don't really want it. I feel like I spend my money on removals and we chill. Can I think of a spell upgrade I would want, or are removals the better pickup here? I think removals are the better pickup here. I don't think there's any spells I want. I don't think there's anything I want to duplicate too much either. If I duplicate, I'm duplicating a card so that I can hit it quicker, and I don't need to do that. So let's go right. Fire health also, we're only down 10. Not really in a position where we need fire health. No, lower the microphone. It's bugging me. I don't think it makes a difference, but it is bugging me that it's so much high up. Or so high up. So much high up. Yeah. What do we get today? Purge and plus 30. Makes this a 65 times 2? Ooh, buddy. I mean, it's probably better to diversify a little bit, but at the same time, 65 times 2 is a big number. Faulty Loader's okay if I'm afraid. I'm not really afraid. I'm afraid I don't have enough to spend my money on, really. I'll buy Cleansing Water and reroll. Lost Luggage is very good. Yeah, Lost Luggage is a very high chance that we hit a card we want to hit. Almost guaranteed, right? We draw half the deck. More than half the deck, actually. And normally at this point I would be worried that I'm going to remove too many infused cards on a run like this, but I don't need infused cards. Like, I can toss Ice Tornado here, I'm pretty sure. To hatch my eggs, I don't need infused cards. I have Hardened Hull, I have Accelerated Incubation, I have Bounding Echoes, right? Like, we're good. 100 of 100? Let's kick it. Lots of relics too. This is a run that got strong early and steamroll, is how it feels to me. I think that is how it feels because that's what happened here. But you get the idea. We got strong early, so what do I mean by got strong early? I mean we hit our Steel Shop upgrades early, and that's really important in this game. When you hit your Steel Shop upgrades early like this, you just get to do what we did, right? We didn't go to any Steel Shops, so we got to go to a lot of relic pickups. We didn't have to path because of shops, so we got to path for things like picking up more relics, which makes you very strong. Bounding Echoes in play. This is the last Bounding Echoes I need to play, but I'm going to play it. Don't need to play Deep Offering either. And then Shelter goes down here. Okay. I think I'm on pace for space. I think Divinity could be awkward for space, but uncertain on how that'll be. Yeah. I could stop playing Accelerated Incubation too if I wanted to play Deep Offering. There's no real reason to though, right? Like, it doesn't matter. I play for getting the etch onto the whole floor, and that's about it. Yeah, it's a 70. That did a lot of damage. 72 times 2 there. Sorry, I missed that guy. Yeah, I don't actually care now that I think about it. I don't need to Accelerated Incubation. I'm so far over my echoes at the end of the turn that it doesn't make a difference at this point. So I'm just gonna play whichever 2 consume spells they give us. It's slightly better. Shelter's a good card. I'm glad I double stacked it. I was doubting. I'll be honest with you. I was doubting Shelter a little bit on this one. I thought maybe I made a mistake. I don't want to take this Ember Drain, so I'm going to not take this Ember Drain if you don't mind. How am I gonna do that, you're wondering? Easy question. Easiest answer of my life. Play Shelter, play Deep Offering, guaranteed draw, Revenge of the Damned, do that guy's whole health bar. Because double Extreme Stone, baby. Actually, while I'm at it, I'll play the 20 damage Frozen Lance and knock that Gilded Wing out too. I feel like I'm starting to feel a little overconfident in this run, but I don't think it's overconfidence, basically, is where I'm about to go with this one, and I'm sure you can guess why I would think something like that. You know what? I've earned it. I'm gonna go ahead and end turn. I reached seven Kinhost Pupas, or 6 Kinhost Pupas and an Echo, right? I'm going to play my 2 etches and enter. No, and Kingmaker, I guess. Don't deal 4, that's a lot of damage. I don't like that. It's not a lot of damage, I just don't want to be Ember Drain there. Kingmaker has almost gotten enough off of Notice Stone to kill a 100 health enemy. That's where we're at there. Are you dead, Sarah? Yeah. Pretty handily. I don't know, what is it about this run? I know what it is about this run that makes me feel like we're not as strong as we are, because that was a decisive victory. There was no chance. But I feel like it feels kind of scary if we have bad draws, but we can't have bad draws because we have 17 cards. However, it feels like I could have bad draws because that's just how I am at this point with this game. I just assume the worst. It's almost impossible to not draw something that looks like this, though. Almost. Proclamation first, we gain an echo. Accelerated incubation, too. I mean, I'm going to be playing Shelter every turn, ideally. Even if we miss it, 28 armor is going to be enough to wait a little while. It is important enough in this one to skip Bounding Echoes on this turn. It is something we need to do. Because I need to play Shelter every turn, or Echo Right will die. And if Echo Right dies, we won't lose necessarily. It will make the run worse, though. Ah, Wingmaker, right on time. Yeah. The thing that's really cool about this run, too, that I'm not really mentioning, is the way that the egg happens with Endless. The egg acts as a chump blocker since it has the plus 25 and the armor 30. It tanks the whole round and then hatches into your unit. That's kind of neat. It doesn't tank the sweep, obviously, but it tanks everything else for you. And then hatches, and you get a fresh egg. Oh, this does enough to just wipe this wave. I thought this wave might get through. Really, this does enough? How much is this? 120, 240, 360. It's 360, and that's a lot of damage, but it's in intervals of 60 times 2, so I kind of felt like we were going to do some bouncing. Oh yeah, it's the shaman would die, or the shaman would live, but the strike reap effect is killing him. I see. Obviously this is before I play my cards outright. I was just looking at this because I was expecting it to be closer. In my mind's eye, I thought this was a more difficult position we were in. Apparently it's very free. If they wipe the entirety of the harvest wave, then I would be impressed. Okay. They don't wipe the entirety of the harvest wave alone. At least there's that. Did they not do an armor cascade there? You know how when you kill those guys, they usually die? I always pointed out they die in a weird way. You get an armor cascade where the front enemies gain armor because of harvest before the back enemies. Or like a death in front cascades armor to the back and stops AoE damage from going through. Weird things like that happen there. I was waiting for one of those. I actually don't get to play the Kinhost Vessel. You know what? I'm gonna try and get Kinhost Vessel on every floor. 14, 14, 28, and 25 is 48, 53. You're at 50 or 66, 53. So you should be dying by 1 only. I shouldn't do this. Don't do this. But I'm going to do it. I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing here. If there's any way to lose this run, it's doing this shit. But here we are. I made my 7 boys. My 7 boys are hanging out. I'm going to now make more because I have nothing better to do with my time here. Wow, what the hell? It's off by 2, so if I play Kinhost Vessel first, and then I can play like I'll play Bounding Echoes. I just need to play something so that this kills the front enemy. Yeah, it's another one hatched. What are they doing up here, by the way? One of my boys dies. Let's stop that. I should probably stop. I should shelter or something. I should do something up here and not just have fun putting more eggs out. I should throw some cards up top. Or I let this boy die and then replay him. Also viable. 16? Still? Oh, because Kino's Pupa #1 was probably killing himself on spikes there. I see it. I don't know, man. I'm doing a lot of thinking for a run that's extremely done and dusted. The boss is taking 1100 on this turn. I should have played Revenge of the Damned, but at the same time, if I play Revenge of the Damned, I do take damage and ruin the perfect fight, so kind of a toss-up, I suppose. 940. If I could save you, then I believe, was this 19... 27, 19. He's killing himself, actually, so it's fine. I can kill this boss just by playing 2 spells. Holy moly. If I put down enough echoes, the Divinity dies here, right? Cool. Yeah, crazy strong. This is a ridiculously big high roll for what it's worth, but, you know. I think that having the thought in mind is enough to call this one a good run. Very fun too, different. I don't play this very often. I think that you can't do this without the plus 25. I need to be pretty confident in your champion's ability to carry your second combat. Same idea as Bogworm, where if you do the endless plus 25, you have to figure out how you're going to survive Daedalus, but if you do survive Daedalus, you get to get a little crazy. It's not something that I would have done if the Endless wasn't shown to me, though, right? Like, if the Endless isn't shown to me there, I wouldn't seek it out. But since it is shown to me, we can take the option that they show us, right? And that's the idea. Maybe you take multi, you play 2 of those, and you have a slightly different looking run, but similar, because the idea is the same. You loop the good high value consume spells and go nuts off of that. I think that would also work, but either way, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.